SuperNova Everyday Essentials. Practical bite-sized exercises delivered by Miranda McPherson, Professor, Assistive Technology Trainer, and SuperNova user. This series is focused on using SuperNova to become proficient at the everyday computing tasks you or your clients need to be successful at home, school, and work.
Welcome. What we're going to look at today is how to change your SuperNova keystrokes. The first option is if you're transitioning from a screen reader such as JAWS and you'd like to continue to use the same keystrokes, we're going to take a look at how to do that. Also, if you'd like to reassign or create new keyboard shortcuts for SuperNova, we're going to take a look at that as well. And the last option that we're going to do is we're going to use the same method to find new keystrokes that maybe you're not familiar with. Let's get started. So I'm going to bring the control panel into focus with left control spacebar.
SuperNova control panel, visual page, magnification group, magnifier checkbox.
And we're going to be working with the general tab. So Alt-G to go to the general tab.
General menu, item finder disabled shortcut I1 of 10.
Then you're going to down arrow to keyboard and hotkeys submenu.
Keyboard and hotkeys as submenu shortcut K6 of 10.
Let's open that submenu with enter.
Keyboard and hotkeys menu, keyboard ... shortcut K1 of 2.
So we have two dialog boxes. One is keyboard, the other is
hotkeys ... shortcut H2 of 2.
the hotkeys. We're going to start with the keyboard.
Keyboard ... shortcut K1 of 2. Choose keyboard and hot set, keyboard, desktop 101 or more keys pull down list box shortcut K.
This is also the same location that you would choose your keyboard layout, whether it's desktop or laptop. SuperNova also has a third option.
Laptop, big keys LX keyboard.
The big keys LX keyboard. I'm going to navigate back up to desktop.
Laptop, desktop 101 or more keys.
And leave the focus there. And you can also change the language of your keyboard by default. SuperNova will access the system language, but you can change that manually.
Language, access system language pull down list box shortcut L. Set defaults number pad pull down list box shortcut S.
All right, so default numpad set, that's a SuperNova key set. So we're going to actually arrow down and explore the other two options that are available.
JFW desktop emulation.
So that emulates JAWS keystrokes. That will also work for many of the keystrokes for narrator and NVDA, as they also emulate the JAWS keystrokes. And I'm going to arrow down to the last option.
Zoom text.
Okay. Now I'm going to arrow back up to the JFW.
JFW desktop emulation.
I'm going to leave the focus there.
Numlock on enables number pad keys checkbox. Help button shortcut A. OK button.
And I'm going to press enter for OK.
SuperNova control panel, visual page, magnification group, magnifier checkbox.
Okay. Also, it's important to note, as a trainer, I generally teach clients how to use the SuperNova keystrokes, even if they're coming from another product, because I believe that the SuperNova keystrokes are more intuitive, and oftentimes you'll have a two keystroke combination as opposed to a 3 or more keystroke combination. I just find it a great keystroke. And also when you change the keystroke layout to, let's say, the JFW or Zoom text, you might find that some of the keystrokes that you're familiar with are ones that you can use, and then some that you're familiar with are not ones that you are able to use with SuperNova. So learning the SuperNova keystrokes is actually, in my opinion, a better way to go, but you absolutely have the option. So first of all, I just want to note, let's go to the general tab to the hotkeys submenu in the keyboard and hotkeys.
General menu. Up web setting keyboard and hotkeys hotkeys desktop 101 or more keys JFW desktop emulation hotkey command set action pull down list box shortcut S.
And we're going to take a look at this a little bit later on. This is where you would change the keystroke for a particular command. And the commands are categorized by different key sets. But I'm going to tab down towards the bottom so we can see the difference here now that we've changed it to the JFW key set.
Add key button shortcut Dolphin custom modifier key number pad 0 insert pull down list box shortcut M.
Okay, so with SuperNova, we know that the Dolphin modifier key is caps lock, but now that we've changed it to the JFW key set, it says that number pad 0 or insert are now the modifier key for Dolphin. Okay, so anytime you see the Dolphin modifier key in the keystrokes, you're going to use numpad 0 or insert. Okay, I'm going to alt tab over to a website.
Task switching. Zoom. Dolphin computer access Google Chrome. Page loaded. Landmark banner. Dolphin computer access logo link.
Okay, one of the keystrokes that I use quite often with SuperNova is the read from here. And with the JAWS key set, that's actually considered a stay all command, and you're going to press generally insert plus the down arrow or 0 on the numpad plus the down arrow. So now that we've changed that hot set, with SuperNova, the keystroke would typically just be the plus sign. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 0 on the numpad along with down arrow.
Dolphin computer access logo plus 1-866-797-5921 United States change country products sectors news and events update. Landmark banner. Landmark navigation. Updates and support has submenu button.
Okay, so that is a JAWS keystroke. So you can see that you can change the key set for SuperNova to emulate other programs. I'm going to go ahead and change that back now. I'm going to go to, you'll find that control spacebar will no longer take you to the control panel. Let me just demonstrate.
Control space bar.
Okay, so I'm going to alt tab.
Dolphin cursor off task. Dolphin cursor off hotkeys desktop 101 or more keys JFW desktop emulation.
And let me backspace to close this dialog box.
SuperNova control panel. Visual page. General menu. Item. Check my note. Update. Website. Keyboard and hotkeys as sub. Keyboard and hotkeys menu. Choose keyboard and hot set. Keyboard. Desktop. Language. Set. JFW desktop emulation pull.
Okay, I'm going to change it back to
Defaults number
the
pad.
default.
Restore. Numlock on enables number pad keys checkbox. Help button shortcut. OK button. SuperNova control panel. Visual page. Magnification group. Magnifier checkbox.
And just to double check, let's alt tab
Task
back to the
switching.
website.
Running out. Dolphin cursor on landmark banner. Landmark navigation. Updates and support has submenu button.
I'm going to press the plus sign on the
Updates
numpad.
and support contact us search side sign and shopping basket lady wearing headphones, happily using a laptop in her sunny kitchen. Dolphin computer heading 1
Okay.
access.
I'm going to pause speech with control. So now we're back to the SuperNova keystroke set. Okay, let's go back to the control panel.
Dolphin cursor off SuperNova control panel. Visual page. Magnification group. Magnifier checkbox.
Okay, let's go back to the general tab, to the keyboard and hotkeys submenu, to the hotkeys dialog box, so that we can take a look at replacing keystrokes or adding new keystrokes.
File menu. New has submenu shortcut and one of a. New menu. Visual menu. Speech menu. Braille menu. Media menu. Scan and read menu. From general menu. I check my note updates. Web settings. Keyboard and hotkeys as keyboard and hotkeys. Hotkeys desktop 101 or more keys defaults number pad. Hotkey command set. Action pull down list box shortcut S.
Okay, in the pull down menu, I'm just going to scroll down a few of the options that are available here. These are the groupings of the keyboard command sets.
Speech. Speak keys. Speak keys subactions. Read from here. Dolphin cursor general. Dolphin cursor movement. Dolphin cursor mouse control. Dolphin cursor selection. Magnifier. Magnifier window adjustment. Line view.
Okay, and there are several others. So
Magnifier.
Arrow up back to magnifier. I'm going to press the tab to go down to the command list.
Command. Bold fonts action selected. List box. Color scheme on off action.
Okay, the color scheme on off action.
Assigned keys. Left control numpad 0 selected. List box.
Okay, great. So it's got two keystrokes assigned to do that function. We have the left control along with the numpad 0. That one you're probably familiar with. The second
Dolphin
is
key X1 mouse button 2 of 2.
okay, the Dolphin key. And then you have the mouse button. I'm going to press tab.
Add key button shortcut K.
So you could add a third option if you wanted to.
Replace key button shortcut R.
You could replace one or both of those.
Remove key button shortcut V.
You could remove all of those hotkeys.
Restore default hotkeys button shortcut D.
And should you have made a particular move and wanted to restore to the default hotkeys, you could certainly do that here.
Dolphin custom modifier key caps lock pull down list box shortcut M.
And there's our Dolphin modifier key caps lock. It's been changed as we went back to the SuperNova default settings. So this is where you would change your hotkey. And I'll go ahead and I'll show
Restore
you.
default hotkey spot. Remove, replace key, add key button
Let's
shortcut
add a
K.
key.
Key press for magnifier color scheme on off. Press to use keyboard to define button shortcut P.
So this feature I think is really cool. You have two options. You can press enter on this button and it allows you to actually type in the keystroke rather than select each individual keystroke below, which we'll take a look at both. But I think this is a really great way of getting a feel for that keystroke you're wanting to move it to see how complicated it is. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to press enter here.
Magnifier color scheme on off. Please press your chosen hot on the keyboard.
So let's say I want to do Control, Alt, 1 on the
Key
numpad.
press for magnifier color scheme on off. Press to use keyboard to define button shortcut P.
Okay, so let's go
Modifier
ahead and
left control check radio. Left all check radio.
so you can see all of the options are now selected by pressing in the keystroke. Otherwise, we'd have to go in individually and select from the radio buttons here.
Dolphin key uncheck checkbox. Keyboard key. Numpad 1 selected. List
There's
box.
the numpad 1.
OK button.
We say OK.
Hotkeys desktop 101 or more keys defaults number pad. Assigned keys. Left control plus left alt numpad 1 selected 3 of 3. List box.
And there it is, our third option in the list of keystrokes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to remove that. Focus is on the keystroke within the list.
Add key button replace key button shortcut R.
You could replace it if, let's say, you wanted to change Alt to a Shift.
Remove key button shortcut V.
And we're going to remove it here.
Enter.
Go back up to the
Replace
list.
key button. Add key button. Assigned keys. Left control numpad 0 selected. List box. Dolphin key X1 mouse button 2 of down arrow.
2 of 2. Okay, so now it's gone. Okay, so the last option that I wanted to, this kind of serves a dual purpose, not only to change the hotkey set to make it easier, but also it's a great resource for finding new hotkeys. So let me just demonstrate that.
Command. Color scheme on off action select. Hotkey command set. Magnifier.
Let's
Dolphin
go up
cursor
to
selection.
Dolphin cursor selection. We're going to go down to the list here.
Command. Bottom of window area action selected. Copy action. End of line action. Left action. Left word action. Next large object action.
Okay, and let's press tab.
Assigned keys. Left shift page down selected. List box. Right shift page down 2 of 2.
So of course we have other resources to find keystrokes in a list, but this is a really kind of fun way to find by grouping, by category, what type of keystrokes are available. And oftentimes you'll find that there are more than one option, which you may not have known.
Left shift page down.
Okay, then when you're done, you're just going to press escape.
SuperNova control panel.
And that's a simple way of changing SuperNova keystrokes to fit your needs. Thank you.
Whatever your level of sight, today or in the future, you can rely on SuperNova to help you succeed. Download an unrestricted 30-day trial of any SuperNova edition today.